people do you have in your life that are draining your energy? Maybe it's family members, maybe it's colleagues, maybe it's friends. How do you deal with difficult people? Some people have toxic energy, and because of emotional contagion, it affects you. And what I want to give you today are 3 of my proven tools on how to deal with difficult people and move forward in your life in a positive, happy manner. So I am going to share with you my number 1 tool that I use to deal with difficult people. I'm also going to teach you, number 2, is how to create an armor around yourself as you move through the world. And the 3rd thing I'm going to teach you today is something that I recommend to all of the clients that I work with. And this, I'm going to go into detail on how I create boundaries and recommend how to do this for the people that I work with. So if you like what I'm sharing so far, make sure you subscribe. I would love to have you connected to my Arrive at Happy community. And if you know someone that is dealing with a lot of difficult people right now in their personal life or in their work, make sure you share this video. So the first is my number 1 tool for dealing with difficult people. This is showing up with compassion and empathy. I always say that happy people don't hurt people. So whether it's a coworker or a friend or a family member that's really difficult, the first mindset I want you to have is that they are going through something. They're not completely well. They're struggling. And they might be struggling with a lot of different events and aspects of their life. And when you show up with compassion, when you show up with understanding, that energy changes. They feel that you're not repulsed and that you're not, that you want to be away from their energy. They feel your compassion because emotions transfer from human being to human being over the phone, through technology, and in person. And I know that this is challenging if this person is really, really difficult, but I want you to reframe it. And I want you to ask yourself, what might they be going through? Remind yourself that you probably have been difficult to people in your life also. We're all human beings. So show up with compassion. When I'm working with leaders, I will say, I get asked all the time, Tia, there's these people on my team and their morale is so low and they're spreading this negativity. And my advice is go on a walk with them. Go on a walk with them without your phones and without looking eye to eye. Just walk next to them outside and just ask, what's going on? What support do you need? How can I support you? So compassion. And as the difficult people in your life start talking to you and sharing their challenges, show up with empathy, show up with heart. And I promise with this step, you are going to find that communicating and being around difficult people is not going to be as difficult for you. Okay? The second piece that I want to share is what I call your happiness armor. You need to take care of yourself in a lot of different ways so that you have the capacity and the energy to be around difficult people and not let it affect you as much. Think about this as an invisible bubble that you have. And how do you create this armor? How do you create this invisible bubble so that you can deal with all the difficult people in your life? Well, the basics, which I always say, are get enough sleep, eat healthy food, exercise, and meditate. That's your basic. I also want you to be growing and developing and falling more in love with yourself so that you have this really, really solid connected relationship with yourself, that you have that armor. What else can you do? You can prepare yourself psychologically and emotionally when you know you're going to be around difficult people. Just like you prepare to do exercise, you prepare to go on a trip, you prepare for a presentation, you can prepare to be around difficult people. So say to yourself, and this is what I do, is I know I'm going to be spending a week with this person. It's a family member. Okay, I know I'm going to be working with this. I have meetings, I have a project with this person today. I am going to intentionally have this invisible bubble and not let the energy in. Visualize it. And I promise you, it will work. Let me know what you think of this. Put in the comments below. I want to know what you think on having this armor, creating this invisible bubble. It's absolutely worked for me. And the third thing that I tell all of my clients when dealing with difficult people at work and at home is creating boundaries. Being positive and being optimistic and not letting difficult people take over your energy is about choosing how you spend your time and who you spend your time with. Now, I know that sometimes at work, with family, maybe even there's friends that you can't cut everyone out of your life and never be with them. I know that. But you are the architect of your life and you can choose a lot. So instead of being in an hour meeting with a difficult person, make it 30 minutes. When you're with a group of family members and there's a few really, really difficult ones, don't sit and talk to that person for 3 hours. Maybe give them some time because you don't want to be rude, and then spend time with people who lift you up and fill you with light and joy. You can always choose your circle, and you might have a lot of difficult people on your social media channels, on your Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, etc. If there are people that you are connected to and you find them difficult, unfollow them. You choose. You are in control. I want you to know that I have a book coming out in January called Be a Happy Leader, and it has all of my proven strategies to increase your happiness, to thrive personally, and to stop feeling overwhelmed. And you can pre-order the book today and get my 3 bonuses as well. Know that as you move through life, you're going to continuously come in contact with difficult people. But I promise you, if you use my 3 tools about showing up with compassion and empathy, having a happiness armor and this invisible ball around you as you move through the world, and then also choosing your social circle and creating boundaries, I promise, I guarantee that you're going to be able to deal with difficult people a lot better and you'll arrive at happy.